So today at work, instead of focusing on the job, I decided I was going to continue the lore, I guess, of the story that I started the other day with like the airships and the warehouse and stuff like that, and kind of elaborate on that because I finished writing the one book and I'm kind of in the middle of stories right now. So uh, I drew another picture today. I put it like here in the negative space area. But basically, instead of having one world in this particular universe, I guess, there's three worlds. So you got the big one, and that's kind of like the main world, where like 80% of the people live, and they're all the poor ones, the proletariats, as your friendly neighborhood communist would say. And And it's kind of where like the me's live of this universe, the warehouse workers, the factory workers, the poor people, the homeless, all the grunts basically live there. And it's got polluted, as you can tell, because all the factories are there, all the smog, all the trash gets sent there, you know, because no one else gives a crap in this society. So that's where most of the people live. And they're kind of like living in the downtrodden slums and the tight streets and all that there. Then you got the second world, the middle one there, and that's like not it's like your upper middle class. You know the type of people there. They're like living in the semi-gated communities, and they got the HOAs there, and they got the one person who goes around and makes sure your grass is trimmed to exactly 1 1/4 inch. Those type of people. And that's kind of like your 15 to 19% of the population there. That's the consumers, basically. That's like the consumer base right there. The stuff that gets made in the factories on the big planet gets sent up there and used by the people. And when they're done with it, it gets sent back to the base planet, the big one, as trash. So, and you got that there, and you got like the office workers, the lower down office workers who are in the corporate offices but aren't rich. They're kind of like in the cubicles and stuff like that. That kind of deal going on there. Then you get the little world, the top one. And that's where the rich are at in this particular society. The Trumps and the Bezoses and the Elons, all those people, they're living up there in this like tropical island place, and they're running the whole thing up there basically. The other two planets, they never go to the other two worlds really, because they don't need to, because they're rich. They got people to do that for them. So you got them living up there in their mansions and their towers and all that. And the royal families, I guess, who would be in charge of the other two worlds, or just one royal family. I haven't got that deep into the lore yet. So you got them, and then they're kind of running the show on the other world, the center world, which is running the show on the big one. So it's kind of like a chain going down. And since they got like airships and stuff, I'm thinking like a steampunk or a diesel punk kind of thing. Not sure how they get to other planets. Maybe like portals or something. An ancient civilization had portals going to other worlds, or maybe they got magic in this universe of some type. So there's that. Some other minor things like the little world, because it's a tropical place. Maybe it has like a native population that was there before the rich people showed up. And so, as what tends to happen with native islanders, they get pushed off the coastlines and into the like center jungle areas, because all the rich people need their resorts and their beachfront houses and all that crap. So, you got maybe something like that going on, or like an ancient civilization built the portals going to each of the worlds or stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not well developed. It's still in the works. I might start writing a story if I get a plot line figured out, but yeah, that's what I was doing at work today. It was a slow day. So, but yeah, that's that's how that's going. That's what I've been up to.